Hello everyone and welcome to Disha Learning. Today we are going to look at the scope and functions of HRM. So this is a introduction to HRM. Here you will understand what are the major functions of HRM, what is the importance of HRM in organizations, and what is it that we can use to identify whether HRM is yielding the results that it is supposed to. To, to start off with, let's look at a small scenario. Now, this is a small caselet. I would like you to read through it for a minute. So, this caselet says that imagine you are HR consultants. You are asked by a chemical manufacturing company to help with the people problems. The employee performance is drastically low. That's why they're calling you. Employee turnover is high. That means people are leaving the organization and employee morale is affected. So, as normal consultants, you would do an initial study, you will do initial interviews, and then out of all this, you get the feedback from the employees and all the major concerns of the employees can be summed up into three statements. One is, I am bored with my job. Second, nobody really cares how well you do the job. And third, I am not paid well enough. So you take this to your company executives, senior management, and the senior management says, no, 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 these are all wrong. You know, first and foremost, we can't even consider the first one. I am bored with my job. This is a job. That's why you're getting a salary because it is difficult to do. It is not going to be fun. If it was easy and fun, then we wouldn't need to pay anybody to do that. So that is an entirely invalid statement. Being bored with the job, unheard of. That's what they say. Then they take the second one. Nobody here cares how well you do the job. They say again that is false. We're paying tons of money to get you guys here and analyze this because we care about how well these people do the job. We want to know what is wrong, right? So we wouldn't be paying you money if it was not so. So this is also wrong. And how about the third one? I'm not paid well enough. They say they are paid well enough. You take any salary of any person here, and you will find that they are paid according to industry standards. Whatever the range is in the industry, the lower to the higher, we would be somewhere in the average. So you can check that out. So these are their arguments. What do you think really is happening here? First and foremost, let us analyze this from the employee perspective. When the employees are saying, I am bored with my job, what it really means is that the person doing the job does not really enjoy it. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is it that the person who is hired to do a job is not really interested in that job? The recruiting, the recruitment has to ensure that you get people not just with the skills and the talent for doing that job, but also who are interested and passionate about the job too. So that was very important, and that possibly the recruitment did not do. The second one, nobody really cares how well you do the job. Even though the company executives say that they do care, on deeper scrutiny, you will find that there are no proper performance appraisal systems. There are no ways where employee can know how well they are doing. There are not clear standards set, nor are there proper feedback given to them or honest feedbacks given to them so that they can improve their performance. And this also coupled with the lack of recognition for the jobs that they are doing. And we will come to this when it comes to motivation, more than salary, more than the work conditions. What really motivates people is the ability to grow, ability to gain recognition, to achieve, and the work itself are the sources. So, again, nobody really cares how well you do the job, points to issues with performance management systems. Again, an HR problem. Third is I'm not paid well enough. You can agree that the company executives are right here. They may be paying according to industry standards, but there may be people who are doing the same jobs but who are not equally paid. So there is no equity in the payment. Usually, such issues happen because of that. So if there is a lack of equity between person A and person B who are doing the same jobs but getting different salaries, people will, even though they are paid high, they will feel that they are not paid enough. So this lack of equity is also brought about because of the lack of HRM systems in the company. So this is typical. These problems happen especially in smaller companies who have not really thought about putting in HRM systems. Usually they are led by one man or two founders who have set up the company, they run it, they're focused more on the production, operations, clients, and they tend to forget the employees. Failing to understand that ultimately it is the employees who are the engine of the organization. And a few companies have understood this. For example, Southwest Airlines or Zappos, they have clear strategies to tap into the potential of their employees in driving business. And more companies are trying to do that. Some companies are ignorant of that. And when they are ignorant of that, they fail to set up systems that can properly enhance and capture the potential of their employees. So, HRM systems are just that. They are a way to identify talent, to develop talent, and to use the talent to drive business performance. So, as an introduction to HRM, I believe this case study will give you a lot of insight on why HRM is important. Without HRM, you will lose the opportunity to tap into your employees' full capacities. Without HRM, you will get very highly talented people who are not contributing to your organization. So, what are some of the systems and processes you can put together so that you can make these HR or the human resources work towards your organization's goals? Now, when we talk about HRM, a way of identifying if your human resource management systems are actually working is to look at the four C's. The four C's is this is from the Harvard model, and we'll be looking at in subsequent videos as well. But the four C's talk about the outcomes that the HRM should be achieving, and we can use this as a measure of success of HRM systems. Commitment. Are your HRM systems able to get commitment from the employees in your company? Congruence. Now, congruence means aligning the individual agendas to the organizational agendas. So, are you able to get your employees to buy into the organizational goals and objectives? The level to which you are able to do that will determine your success of HRM systems. Next is competence. Competence means the knowledge, skills, abilities. Are your human resources constantly being pushed to improve their skills and talents and apply them in a variety of scenarios? Do they have opportunities for growth that is in line with their talents and skills? So, all these are important aspects that HRM systems have to consider. Now, if you can achieve the three C's, the first three C's, commitment, congruence, competence, you will also achieve cost effectiveness. And now I'll tell you why. Imagine company X and company Y. One company has proper HRM systems that is able to keep their employees motivated, that provides proper growth opportunities to the employees, where employees would love to come and work. For example, a company like Google. Yes, there are a lot of perks, but then the most important aspect about Google is the opportunity to work in such an environment, also the opportunity for achievement and growth, which leads tons of prospective candidates to apply for jobs at Google. Now, compared to Google, another company will have difficulty even in getting applicants for their jobs unless they pay very high salaries. So, salary is the only reason why people might apply for their jobs. Now, even if you get people on high salaries, if your systems are not creating that excitement and passion and helping employees tap into their best skills and best um, abilities, you are not going to get the best outputs also. So, if the people are motivated, if they are excited by the work environment, they tend to also perform well. And getting good talent, getting them to perform well, and having them stick around in your company for a longer time rather than just leaving your company for the next best opportunity. So, if they stick around with your company for a longer time, you're able to retain your employees for a longer time. This allows your company to save on the recruitment costs that you will incur each time a person will leave. So that is why when you have commitment, congruence, and competence, you automatically will tap into the fourth outcome, which is cost effectiveness, which is the fourth C. So this is, I think, um, the central foundational stone. If you can understand, then you will understand why we have all these systems, why all these actions are being taken, etc. So it is very important to understand the purpose of HRM systems. And I think the Harvard model 4Cs clearly captures that for us. Now, is HRM important? By now, all of you would agree that HRM is important, right? Now, why is a bus kept here? Why is the picture of a bus here? Now, the bus here represents an organization. You have all the systems in place. The tires are looking new. The body of the bus is looking pretty pretty new as well. You know that the engine is working, the light systems are working, the battery is working, everything is working. But somehow the bus is not moving. Why is the bus not moving? The bus is not moving because there is no driver. You need a driver for the bus to move ahead. But can you just get anybody off the street to become the driver? Not really, right? You need somebody with the right skills, right attitude, right experience. to drive a school bus, especially because you're having children in the bus. It needs to be driven responsibly. So, getting the right drivers for your organizational systems is what HRM does. So, who drives the systems in any organization? You might have multiple systems and processes, machinery, equipment, but all these will not function regardless of which department they are without the right people handling them and running them. So HRM is crucial to run all of the other systems in the organization. And this is again another thing that we keep in mind. Out of all the systems, say marketing, operations, finance, sales, HRM is of more importance because HRM identifies the right people to run these systems. So HRM is not limited to just HRM department. Rather, it is concerned with the entire organization, staffing the organization with the right people, developing the talent of these people, managing performance of these people, and finally ensuring that these people stay with the company for a longer time and contribute the best that they can. So some of the functions of HRM we will look at are recruitment and selection, performance management, training and development, compensation and rewards. It's not performance, compensation and rewards, and employee relations. So these are the functions of HRM, and this is something you need to remember. You can club all the other activities within these functions. So I'll just type it here, compensation and not performance. I'll correct it right away. It is rewards. So we end the session today with this understanding on the initial aspects of HRM that you need to understand, the foundations which include why HRM is important, what are the different functions of HRM, how does HRM affect organizational performance. Look forward to seeing you in future videos. Thank you.